two, three, two. Ayun. Okay. So, hi guys. Good day, good afternoon. So, bali hapon na. So, okay, so welcome to midterms and congratulations in uh, surviving prelims. So, bali for today, we're going to discuss a new lesson, but always remember that all the discussion that happened during the prelim is still applicable until the finals, so including this midterm and then of course on finals. So today we're going to discuss on how to get an input from the keyboard. So the past few weeks or days or month, we're just creating programs with automatic given values. For example, like we have uh, integer grade is equal to 65. So that's your grade here in this subject. Joke lang. Okay, so ganon. So automatic na meron ng input or value. Ha? O tama, meron ng automatic value yung variable na ginagamit natin. So for this discussion or for this lesson, we're going to get an input from the user who is going to run your program. So basically, yung mga variables natin or yung values na gagamitin sa program is hindi pa siya nabigay. So today, didiscuss natin yan kung paano. Okay, so next slide. Ayan. So at the end of the discussion, you should be able to create an interactive Java program that gets input from the keyboard. And then of course, to use the scanner class to get input from the keyboard using a console. Ayan. So ano bang ibig sabihin natin dito? As I said a while ago, you're going to ask for the user or you yourselves to input the necessary information inside the program from the keyboard. So you're not actually having an initial value for the set variables, but instead, you're going to ask the user for it. So, and then, we're going to use a scanner class for this time. Okay, so what is what is scanner class? So, we will be using scanner all throughout the SEM. Even Prog 2, even OOP. So this is like an essential package in Java. So what is actually a scanner class? It is a class in the Java.util package used for obtaining the input of the primitive types like integer, double, etc., and even strings. So it is the easiest way to read input in a Java program, though not very efficient if you want an input method for scenarios, blah, 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 blah. So sinasabi niyan kasi there are other ways, but scanner is like the easiest and the most convenient. So maybe ito sinasabi niya yung parang sa UI na camera. Ayan. So we're going to create an object of scanner class. So we usually pass the predefined object system.in, which represents in the standard input stream. So we may pass an object of a class file if we want to read input from a file. So basically we are making pasa. Wow, sobrang konyo. Pinapasa natin yung value papunta sa isang variable through the scanner class. So using its properties. So kanina pa ako sabi-sabi ng objects and classes. So yan kasi more on didig deeper sa Prog 2 or sa Prog 3 which is object-oriented. So dun sila mas na ano. But for the meantime, we need to study this scanner class. So just take it as the syntax. So syntax kasi, may paside. Ayan, so syntax kasi to guys. So isipin nyo na lang na ganun. So hindi siya nababago. Okay, so what does it do? So to read numerical values of a certain data type XYZ, the function to use is next XYZ. So for example, if you need the value of short, we use next short. If we need int, we use next int. If we need double, we use next double. If we need float, we use next float. And then if we read strings, we use next line. And then if we need character, we use next, then car next only. That car at 0. So what does it mean? So if we're going to input, like we're going to look for the first character of the word, what word? Give me a word. Alcohol, for example. So we need to get the letter A of that. So we use next dot at car at 0. So, it will show A. Ayan. Nakamute naman. Okay, so, next is, so how do we use the scanner class? So here are the steps to get input from the keyboard. So first is we're going to add this at the top of your code. So we have that import.java.io. So that is really important. Sorry. It should be util. Sorry, wait lang ha. Si Bakla nag-edit ng PowerPoint bigla. Java.util. Scanner. Okay. Scanner. Ayan, sorry. Shift F5, and I'm back. Check lang natin sa OBS. Ayan, okay. So, we have java.util.scanner. We should put that at the top of our code before the public class. So, ito yung ayan. Ito yung pinakaunang part ng ating program. And then, inside the public static void main string args kemeru, we include this scanner input is equal to new scanner, the system.in. This is called class instantiation. So, we're going to let the variable input here to embody what the scanner can do. So, bali parang kinakarga natin kay input yung pagiging scanner. So, if you're thinking about like the variable thingy, like the first that we discussed, so input is your variable and then your scanner is the data type. So parang ganun kasi yung point niya. So yung scanner nagiging data type the input. So si input nagiging scanner. And then this is just like to instantiate new scanner and then this is the requirement of the system.in. So parang ganun lang siya. And then you're going to declare with the variable. For example, we will use string name. So how do you get an input from the keyboard and then assigning it to a variable? So you're going to have like string name here and then is equal to input, which is our scanner here, and then dot next line. So since it is string next line, so recall lang natin. So if you're going to use like numerical value, so you use next int, next long, next short, next byte, next double, next float, and then you use, for strings, you use next line. Okay, so yeah. Going back. Ayan, okay. So yeah. So here's an example. So let's open our Eclipse. Bakla, tago ka na. Ayan, so we're going to create a new, I'm just going to create a new project because, you know, bagang reformat yung laptop ko. Okay, so midterm. You may disregard this part. This is for the sake of, you know, sources and stuff. So finish. Okay, so I'm going to create a new file. Anyari? Sorry. Okay. So, I'm going to create a new file, new class rather. So, let's just name this scanner sample. And then, of course, shara. Ayan. So, this is our class. Okay, I'll just make it zoom for you. So, zoom. And then the first thing that he said is, so balik tayo sa PowerPoint. The first thing that hindi pa kayo bumabalik sa PowerPoint. Ayan. So the first thing na sinabi niya is to add this part on the top of your code. So we're going to add that. So we have import java.util.scanner. Ayan. And then, see it's yellow because it is still not used. Of course, we will write our public. Public is static void main string. Ano pa, Mars? Args. Yeah. Okay, so here, the next part is we're going to add. Potek na wala ako. Ayan. Okay, we're going to add scanner input, new scanner system.in. So we're going to write that. Okay, wait lang. So going back to this, yeah. Then we're going to put scanner input You may actually change this one with SC or whatever you want. But for the sake of uniformity, we're just going to use input para alam din natin kung ano talagang ginagawa nila. So, new, scanner, and then we have system.in. Ayan. Okay, so next thing is we're going to create a sample for this one. So, we will have strings, sample variable. So, string name is equal, let's have it blank. Then, int, let's have 3 grades. Grade, oh my God. Grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. Let's just have it. Then we have int average. Let's just try to do this. Okay, so we're going to ask the user to input as string. So let's just create a prompt message, so system.out.print. So we have enter name of student, something like that. Student. So then we're going to ask for the user to input. Therefore, we're going to use name, and then we're going to have input. So that is the name of our scanner. Then we're going to use next line. There. Ayan. So basically, dyan sila magpapasok ng data nila. Then next is we have like input some grades. So system.out, my mic is falling. System.out that print, enter first grade. Okay, so we're going to enter first grade. So grade 1 is equal to input dot, since it is int, we're using int here. Yan. Okay. Okay, sorry, I was distracted. Okay, so next is, sana? Ayan. Next is we're going to have the second grade. So, then you just edit it to second grade. So we don't work hard, work smart in here. So grade 2. And then next is we have the third grade. Third grade, so we have the grade 3. And then we're going to solve for the average. So we have average is equal to grade 1 plus grade 2 plus grade 3. And then enclose this to parentheses. And then divided by 3. Okay. And then we're going to print the average. So system.out.print the I don't know how to spell average of, then let's include the name. So name ni baby girl. And then of blank of name. So may space na doon. Then we add another space is, and then space for the average. Average. So let's just put it like there. Gets? So if we're going to run this one, nakikita niyo na. So I'm just going to put it there. Abot pa siya. Okay. So we're going to run this. Enter the name of student. So let's just say Reese. Because I like Reese. Then the grade is 89, and then we have 87, and then we have 86. So as you can see, I'm inputting the information or the data inside the program. Tama. So you will see that the average is here is 87. So yeah, basically that's how you use scanners in your programs. So I will be sending out some exercises, and then we can have for you to work on in order to master the usage of scanner. And there's that. So if you have questions, just DM me or DM the classroom in Discord, and I will be much willing to answer your questions. All right, see ya. Bye-bye.